Hi there, this is Jacob Nash, and this is a review of Module 10. This is about the nervous and endocrine systems. I'm gonna have to try to do this video quick today, because don't really have much time. So if you're looking for the Module 9 questions, remember, I didn't do that at the end of the last video, sorry, but they're on this one at least. All right, the first thing, nervous system. Let's talk about that thing. What is that thing? It's an electrochemical network of the body with neurons. That's all. That's the main definition that you need to know. But there are different, it's broken into two: peripheral, central nervous system. We're going to talk about that. The peripheral is broken into two: autonomic, somatic. Autonomic is broken into two: sympathetic, parasympathetic. So let's talk about the central nervous system. This is just the brain and the spine. That's all it is. It's the decision maker. So it makes the decisions. Can't even speak today. So if you have to use your brain for something, that is the central nervous system. There's not that much about that we learn. Peripheral nervous system, though, this is anything that's not the brain and the spine. Everything else, look, see the picture? Everything else. It sends the CNS stuff to other parts of the body. So let's talk about the somatic. That's part of the peripheral system, which is a part of the nervous system. So this is things that you want to do. So walk. You might tell yourself to walk like you don't literally, but you don't just automatically walk like you're like, oh, whoa, I'm just walking all of a sudden. Like the same thing like as with your like breathing, like you breathe on your own, but what if you just walked on your own? That wouldn't be so good. And then talk, like, oh, talk. You think about doing these things and you do them. That's your somatic nervous system. So think, you don't do them automatically, you do them somatically. Somatically that you do it yourself. Somatically. Then there's the autonomic, or you can think automatic nervous system. Do you ever say beat, heart, breathe, south, reflex knee?
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that yet. That's not rights reserved or copyright. I don't know which one I should use for Daniel Jones. You should watch his videos too. But I didn't come up with these quote things, but it's a good way to explain it. So these are just things that we automatically do. You don't think about that. And then this is broken into two: sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic, that's like something that makes you alert. So if you see like a car crash, or if this happens, hang on.
No.
Someone had a train horn, all how she shook, and pretty much I have an up arrow here because everything goes up. A lot of things go up, like your heartbeat, breathing, and things like that. They go up, and there's some sort of thing that makes you alert. But parasympathetic is like, oh, okay, back to normal. Like after she realized it was just a prank, then she's like, okay, back to normal, and everything goes back down. That's the peripheral nervous system. There are 3 types of neurons that you need to know. This is the peripheral nervous system. So there's sensory, motor, and interneurons. Sensory, things go from the muscles and glands up to the brain. Motor, brain down to the muscles and glands. And the interneurons, they're just kind of like, oh, doing the things in between. And there's a lot more of these. Reflex, it's just an automatic response. Like when you get your knee hit at the doctor, or if you touch a fire, your hand goes off of it before you even think about it being hot. There's a Babinski reflex that is done on babies' feet. It's to see if they'll have a reaction to it. Their toes should spread. That's what they should do. All right, so that was nervous system. Let's talk about the endocrine system now. Endocrine system is our chemical communication system. It lets hormones into the blood stream. You might have seen this picture in your textbook. At least I put those black squares there. Oops. Oh wait, I was supposed to turn the slide. Never mind. Okay, so as you can see, there's lots of different things, but we're just going to talk about these two. Our adrenal glands. These make you alert. Adrenal, that might sound like adrenaline. Maybe you've heard of that. Adrenaline or noradrenaline. They're the same things as epinephrine, norepinephrine. I like to say it better like that. But it's epinephrine, norepinephrine, but whatever. And I already talked about that one kind of, was it in module 9? I think, yeah. Then the pituitary gland. This one, see, it's right here. It is domesta. People call it the master gland. It regulates other glands. Is it really the master though? See module 11, but so it doesn't matter right now if you're just doing module 10. Okay, hormone. This is just simply a chemical messenger made by the glands. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Okay. That goes into the bloodstream. That's what a hormone is. So then what is fight or flight? This is what you do under stress. So if there's some kind of stressful situation, you're going to either fight. That means like, ooh, doesn't necessarily actually mean fight, like see here with nunchucks, but it could mean just doing something to control the situation. Or you're just gonna run away, like, okay, but it doesn't always mean running away. It could mean that your mind just goes blank because you're so like freaked out by something. So let's see this what happens here.
Of the war machine, it's big and black and oh so mean. Beware of the war machine, it can get you today.
So you see that they were trying to steal Dave Grohl's guitar. How rude. He chose fight. He didn't choose flight. Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. Okay, that wasn't the right song though. That was a Black Bonzo song. Okay, yeah. Let's look at some, module 9 review questions. I'm gonna try to go through these quick. What neurotransmitter is associated with schizophrenia? If you don't remember these things, maybe watch module 9. Dopamine is associated with schizophrenia. If there's too much of it, remember, not enough, that means Parkinson's. What happens in order to stimulate a neuron? It must be triggered by a chemical signal or our senses. Those two things. I might have not explained that well in that one, sorry. What's the fundamental building block of the nervous system? That is a neuron. What neurotransmitter is associated with Alzheimer's disease? That is ACH. Where are they stored? They're stored in the vesicles. Name the disease with the immune system attacking the myelin sheath of neurons. That is multiple sclerosis, MS. Where are the axon terminals located? At the end of the axon. Like I said, I didn't make these. So I don't know what's the point in that question. Where do SSRIs have their initial effect? These are inhibitors like curare. Remember, Bunt shot that guy that was rude to him. Terminal button, which those are on the vesicles. Wait, other way around. Where does the dopamine affect a neuron? At a dendrite. Remember, because that's where there's a synaptic gap and they go onto the dendrite. And it's a neurotransmitter. What's the main purpose of myelin sheath? Provide insulation and speed. All right, module 10 questions that this video is about. What's the automatic nervous system? Which part of the autonomic nervous system is responsible for homeostasis? So I forgot to say that. I should have said when you have the parasympathetic nervous system, I said it goes back to normal. That's also called homeostasis. Maybe you remember that from biology. Sorry that I forgot to say that. Which system regulates hormones? Endocrine system. What part of the nervous system is associated when a person experiences fear? That's a sympathetic nervous system. What part prepares us for emergencies, also the sympathetic nervous system. What happens to a person's level of endorphins? Remember what that if during a marathon race, that's like, ooh, crazy, crazy. Sympathetic nervous system. So we know everything goes up. Well, not everything, but most things. Which, because digestion goes down, whatever. Okay, which reflex demonstrates the infant's ability to sense touch on their foot? Remember, that was Babinski. What's the most influential gland? The master gland? Master gland? Pituitary. What is the part of the nervous system that is not included brain and spinal cord? That is the PNS, peripheral nervous system. Which part of the nervous system would allow a person to find an office across the street from where they're standing? That seems like a weird question. See, you might be doing that, like, huh? Well, guess what? Sometimes there's things like this. Keyword is find. You gotta use your brain to find something. So, central nervous system. I'm not telling you have to think. I'm not being rude. I'm just saying you have to think to find an office. That's what I'm saying. Okay, thanks. Don't fight. Don't flight on the quiz tester exam.